the shadows. We pass judgment upon the mutant, the traitor, and the heretic. We purge the world.
I'd hoped to let the intro play, but having lost the audio to the beginning of it, not really as much.
We shall fear nothing. For we are what you fear.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Guy with a Smile. I hope everyone is having a great night. Again, we are doing a no camera tonight because I don't feel like dealing with the lights and setting up, getting all that going. We are going to be delving into Inquisitor Prophecy. Well, actually, we'll be starting off on Murder. That is the first campaign. Actually, I haven't looked into it completely. I know one of the things that I know is Prophecy adds another character class, which is what we will be starting as. As you can see, I've already been playing a little bit. I've played before on the Xbox. I'm just getting started on the PC. Adjusting my mic there a little bit. Sorry. I am just getting started on the PC. I'm not that far along on the Xbox, but so I have a couple of characters that I've already started playing on PC, but I haven't really done much. And I wanted to, since I have, while on the Xbox, I have played as the 3 base classes: Psyker, Crusader, and Assassin. But I haven't played as the class that's added with Prophecy. So we're gonna start one of those. I'll go through a little bit of character creation, but I've been enjoying this, and I've been playing and wanting to play. And this is kind of what, if you follow my Instagram, you notice that I've started painting again. Well, I am starting to paint again, and I used to paint Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy many years ago. I haven't painted in over 20 years at this point. And playing this has kind of got me back into the feel for 40k, which is always a setting that I've enjoyed, and I enjoy playing the game and played back. High school, I played Rogue Trader. So yeah, it's been a while. I've been playing. I've been involved with the community to in some degree or another for a long time. So I picked this up, or when I got this on Xbox and started playing, I really enjoyed it, and it kind of really revived that feeling in me. So it's part of what's led me back to painting. That, and I have a coworker that's getting into it as well. So his enthusiasm for the game and the painting and the modeling opportunities has really influenced that. But we're gonna just go switch character. I'm going to create a character. If I can find the right button. Now again, we'll be starting as a tech adept, but I wanted to go over a few things with load all the graphics here so it stops pitching. So you have, with Prophecy, you have 4 classes: Crusader, Assassin, Psyker, and Tech Adept. Each class has 3 subclasses that you start off as. Anything in the class, like any Crusader, can wear any of the Crusader type's armors. Like you see, I'm pointing at the screen, not that you can tell that. Like you'll see in the lower right there, it lists assault armor for the Crusader. If I choose Crusader, if I go over to the other subclass, Sentinel armor. And then if I go to the heavy gunner Crusader, then you have demolition armor. Any Crusader can wear any of those armors. Basically, your starting subclass defines what equipment you start off with, and what kind of skill trees you start with unlocked. You can eventually unlock them all, but as I have seen many people point out, that you will have already spent points in the ones that start off unlocked in for your subclass, so that's going to tend to point you towards using the stuff that your subclass uses. But it is not a hard fast. You have to do this. You do have options, and I believe you can respec. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, so Crusader, you have the Assault Crusader, the Tactical Crusader, and the Heavy Gunner Crusader. Crusaders are heavily armored, pretty much geared towards doing a lot of damage, but they're also very tanky. Assassins, sorry, I have to back out of Crusader. Assassins, you have a Sniper Assassin, which has hololithic armor, making them invisible for a period of time, which I didn't find to be terribly useful. Infiltrator Assassin is a melee specialist, close combat, very deadly. All the assassins are basically a DPS class. It can do a lot of damage. They can take a moderate amount of damage. Their armor and abilities are usually focused on dealing damage and or getting out of the way and avoiding damage. Psychers, again, you have your three subclasses. The Scryer Psyker, the Aetherwalker Psyker, and the Uranus Psyker. Psychers, in my experience, are a bit of a glass cannon, much like a caster is usually in most games. They have a very high potential for damage output, but they don't take it as well, at least not in the lower levels. They do have a unique thing in that they gain psychic powers over the course of as they level up, and their equipment has, instead of having skill abilities like the normal firearms and Crusader and Assassins do, their skill ability has psychic power slots. Or sorry, their equipment has psychic power slots, where they can slot psychic powers that they can use depending on their equipment set. It's actually a really interesting way of doing things, and currently my main on the PC side is currently the Psyker, the Psyker you saw when we first came in, who is based on the Primarch of the Homebrew Space Marine chapter that I had made back in the day of playing 40k. And then finally we're going to go to the Tech Adept. Again, I know nothing about these because I have never played them, because I do not have Prophecy on the Xbox. But we're going to start off with that. We may switch to other classes and do other stuff. We're going to go through, predominantly all we're probably going to do tonight is the tutorial. It just happened that I got off actually well earlier than I expected, and I figured I'd come hang out for a couple hours and play some games. So we have the Adept Securator, Tech Adept. Oy, can't speak. Tech Adept Inquisitors spend data flux points to create battle constructs, gun turrets, combat servitors, and robots. Data flux is recharging with time at a fixed rate. Siloy constructs. Only Tech Adepts can command the assorted constructs of the Lego Cybernetica. Arcane tech equipment. Due to their technological indoctrination, Inquisitors of the Tech Adept background have access to arcane equipment that can only be operated by the Adeptus Mechanicus. This starting equipment for the Adept Secutor is an Omniscient Axe, a formidable two-handed power weapon wielded by the Skitarii legions of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and it has Electroid's shielding, which is a parasitic mecha sapient armor that diverts physical harm from its wearer and channels it into a solo construct's control. Although it is an Adeptus Mechanicus design, the Tech Adept decided to keep his previous battle vestments even as an Inquisitor, based on his accumulated combat statistics. The Adeptus Dominicus has a plasma caliber, a permacapacitor powered rifle that rapid fires plasma blasts with a loud crack, frying organic flesh and machine circuitry alike. Even after becoming an Inquisitor, the Tech Adept insisted on wearing his previous ceremonial tech armor used by the acolytes of the Adeptus Mechanicus. It has significantly boosted the Tech Adept's control over the silo of battle automata, therefore resulting in more optimal outcome in battles. And finally, the Adeptus Guitarus, who uses a radium carbine, a highly dangerous Baroque tech carbine that fires hyper-irradiated projectiles that kill not only through kinetic impact, but also through radiation sickness. Without rad-leaching protective equipment, radium weapons eventually kill their wielders. He is wearing a necromantic raiment, the arcane tech armor that drains the wearer's chemical and psychic energy to recharge and repair cellular constructs under the Tech Adept's control. Affected constructs' fighting capabilities are temporarily boosted. So, what do we want to... I don't know. I tend to be going between these two. I have a Crusader who's very malignant, so let's go with the Skitaris. We'll go with the Radium Carbine. I'm not making this a seasonal character. I'm also not selecting story mode, so I'm gonna play it at normal difficulty. Story mode is basically an easier difficulty level to allow you to play through the story. But I've done that, so I know how to play the game. I've gone through the tutorial several times at this point, so forgive me if I do rush through some of it, but I am at least going to try to go through it. Now we need a name for the character. We're just going to call him Smiles. Ironic given the fact that you can't see his face, as he's wearing a mask, but... Oh, sorry. Y to create the character. There we go. Inquisitor Smiles, reporting for duty. So we play. And again, since this is potentially your first time through, I'll let the opening cinematic.
I am an Inquisitor of the Imperium, and I seek the truth in the darkness of the Caligari sector. I understand the significance of knowledge as a former adept of the Cult Mechanicus, the Keepers of Technology. Although I have followed my true calling and did not become a tech priest, I haven't abandoned their approach. I hunt for secrets and rip them from the galaxy if I must. My most important investigation is drawing to a close. I have dedicated years to finding the technological marvels of Uther Tiberius. That legendary Inquisitor was excommunicated millennia ago, but he is still remembered in the sector as a visionary and a madman. For a long time, I have have been stumbling in the dark, but my relentless data hunt has thrown up some promising leads. I have sent out my most loyal retainers to investigate. Their assignment was to locate an ancient research facility. That is a low-risk task. I will be heading down to the planet. The mission evidently requires my personal involvement.
Okay, even a bonus. This is apparently going into the prophecy storyline, which I haven't done any of, so... So, next time we do this, I will go through one of the base 3, and we will go through the Martyr storyline, but... But I hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody had a good day today. Or is having a good morning, as I suppose I'm, morning side of things now, even for me. Well, actually no, it's still night for me. I'm working nights, and post-production, so I get home at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning is rather regular. I usually go to bed in a few hours, so... Like I said, since I got off a little earlier than expected, I figured we'd have some fun with this.
Void Ship Control Unit 11 Kappa. I requested transport to the last known coordinates of my retinue. What is this place?
Clarification. You have reached the closest accessible location to your biovessels. Target zone is under quarantine protocols.
Deficient analysis. On account of a previous Tyranid infestation, the entire world is under standard Imperial quarantine. But my inquisitorial decree nullifies the order.
Complementary data. This area is under Code Vermilion lockdown to vehicular access. Machine spirits are forbidden, and therefore unable to enter the marked zone.
Curious. This must be a Cult Mechanicus ward. I will proceed on foot then. Exload me the coordinates.
New tutorial, movement. Yes, I actually already know how to do it. Thank you. Also no camera controls. Constructs I don't. Controls, yes, I know. Thank you. Oh yes, that's right, they have a timer on them. A special research is used to attack. Spins data flux points to create battle constructs, gun turrets, combat servitors, and robots. It's currently full. And constructs. Skills that summon contracts, teleporting them in from your hangar. We're very different from the normal weapon skills. If you summon a construct, it will follow you all the time, automatically attacking enemies within their range. Alternative, you can also command your constructs to move to any position by pressing down on the left stick. An indicator will appear and you can order the constructs to move to that location by pressing L again. Basic summoning skills cost data flux to use, but the more advanced constructs also reserve some of your data flux as an additional cost, lowering the amount of resources available to use for other skills. If you use a summoning skill again while the summoned construct is still functioning, previous construct is destroyed and the new one appears at full health. Note that the Castellian robot, which unlocks at level 19, is a special construct, therefore it will always remain active after it has been selected. It could never be destroyed, only temporarily disabled, so you should be careful. The high reserve cost of the Castellian robot can render your other skills unusable. See the list of abilities of each of your contracts under the description, and you can unlock additional skills for most construct on the character's passives page. Any change to the equipment can also change the skill set of the construct. customize the equipment of the constructs by changing their weapons and adding extra modules at the command bridge at the construct setup panel. Apart from the default weapons, you can also unlock additional weapon modules on the passenger page. New investigation. Ancient knowledge. What's wrong? That's wrong. Okay. I'm going to tend to explore a lot because, well, find things. And finding things is usually good. Sometimes it's bad because sometimes the things want to kill you, but they usually show up as red dots, so. Oh, I'm at the edge. Hey, look, red dots.
Finally, I've been waiting to engage Tyranid organisms for a long time.
Affirmation required. Are you sure you want to proceed without backup?
Positive.
Positive. Oop. That's one messed up Lehman Russ.
Area clear. Add a secondary rumination snippet to the mission logs.
Pending. Proceed.
I've observed unusual levels of Xenos activity. All Tyranid organisms are bound to the sentience of their respective High Fleet. But the High Fleet that attacked this subsector was annihilated centuries ago. This phenomenon requires additional research.
Recording. Do you require any emotional subtext as digital marginalia? Confusion, terror, or elation?
If that was a subtle jab at my unmodified behavioral patterns, you are risking a mechanical lobotomy.
Comment attractive, Inquisitor.
Oh, that's mine. I shouldn't shoot at my stuff. It's rude. Guess I should read occasionally. What's the other thing I'm doing? Just getting XP. A lot of Tyranids out here. Oh, Rippers. I have a secondary. I don't have a secondary. Okay. Well, I should say. That's what I've been looking for. A chest. Oh look, it's an Omniscion X. Okay, I'm guessing that some of their stuff is like psychers in that you put summoning abilities into them. Okay, It's a stationary gun emplacement, so bring in some friends. They died. Oh, supply box. Hi. Supply boxes give you things like grenades. I seem to have a minefield currently. It's currently occupying that slot. Yes, I'm being a little methodical. There was a mine over there. Hi, guys. Said you chests, which have stuff in them. Now, admittedly, that chest didn't really much that was of use to me. I am getting XP and these things aren't hurting me that much. Supply chest, but I don't need supplies at the moment. Pearl implant. That could be. Nope, it's not. Random is as random does. Let's see. Didn't see what I got on that. It's very sad. Level up. Hey guys. We got a big guy. Here, you play with him. This is an interesting class, I will give it. Takes some getting used to. Kill them all. Evil Tyranids. Gimme! What's over here? Really should use them. I suppose I should have heard of that way, because that's my mission.
You are approaching the location of the last transmission. No life signs detected.
Log me a new priority task. Obtaining a new retinue.
I am manifesting envy. Your bio-vassals must have already been rewarded with blessed oblivion.
I see that there is still much work to do on your self-deprecation filters.
Clue. Personal log by Interrogator Plaskov. Day 5. This was supposed to be a simple reconnaissance expedition. Wonder if the Inquisitor was aware where he was sending us. Cobalt is a dead world, but it's still harboring some kind of life, although I only dare to use the word hesitantly with regard to these creatures. Their first attack was totally unexpected. We immediately lost half of the expedition members. We tried to set up a defensive perimeter around the camp, but we were simply not prepared for these monsters. We cannot fight our way out of here. Still, we have a sacred duty, and we continue our mission in these short periods of calm. Corrupted entries. Day 8. We have found the entrance to the underground research sanctum. I refuse to enter without the Inquisitor in charge, as it is clearly a sanctified cult mechanicus shrine, and a very ancient one. The coordinates are stored on this slate. I have transmitted our emergency call to the Inquisitor. Now we wait and pray.
Operator, I have discovered the remnants of my expedition. My retinue perished while locating the entrance to a high-security research sanctum that must hold the key to my investigation. The sacrifice of my team was a gift to the Emperor, and will be respectfully logged. The quarantine records radically downplayed the immensity of the Xenos threat.
Assessing. This mission would have warranted a larger expeditionary force.
My retinue was only following a faint lead. It didn't qualify as a priority assignment.
Could the help you seek even be here?
I need more data to answer the question.
Supply. Chest here. See if I got anything good. Oh, look, another axe. Ooh. Necromechanic raiment that's better than what I'm... Well, it is better. As it is a mastercraft. So it has bonuses. Not great bonuses, but... And it does do more damage reduction, but has lower resistance. Let's see, we're getting a purity seal. We'll take a that. Actually, in this case, we the rare Tech-Decked armor. Can't say that I care for the hat. But it is what it is. And you know what? Since we don't have a secondary weapon set, we'll put the axe. We'll equip the axe because use it right now. I'd hit the right button. Okay, this way. Hi guys. Nice to meet you. So I can see what you guys heard. You guys quite dead yet? Some mines tried to pull that was very nice. Credits. Did I get anything worthwhile? Not really. Possibly seal. Okay. Now we seem to have found an
I'm ready to
entrance.
enter the vault now.
Recalibration and organic rejuvenation is advised before entering.
A logical proposition.
Mission complete. Now, one of the things here is the mission is complete. I can hit a button to leave at any time. Or I can go explore the rest of the map. By the way. Oh yes. Medical supplies. Refill your medical thing, but I haven't used any of it, so bye. Couldn't invited you. And like I said, I do like to try to uncover all of the maps. You never know what might be hiding in them. Hi. There's another raiment. Mastercrafted. And rare is better than mastercrafted. Okay, that's all there is. So we quit. Now press. Dark Elder. been out of the game so long. I don't know. Okay, we've got a new weapon type unlocked. And we got a passive skill point. I think that was... So... We have an unspent skill point, and we have an... Now here you can see the... excuse me. The skill tree, passive tree. Start by spending a construct offense. 10% melee damage bonus available. It's the construct I'm using, not using. So damage bonus, yes we do. 10% bonus range damage bonus to constructs. As you see, there's the same thing is often in several places. Since constructs, at least assumedly, are going to be part of my a significant part of my my damage output, I want to improve them. That's story mode. So you can change it at any time. And then in normal, you actually have varying degree of normal. Normal is generally, let's see, going story mode, the missions will be roughly your level, and you're going to deal 23% more damage, and you suffer 19% less damage. So on normal, they'll be about your level. You do normal damage, they do normal damage. So, campaign mission is what we're going to do. We're started. We're playing on normal difficulty. I honestly did not realize this was going to be a different, because this is my first time through this, so I didn't realize that playing the tech pre-class got you actually a different mission. I'm not upset by this.
The location seems mostly intact, but first I must restore the power. Where is the generator?
Accessing the blueprints through the new sphere as we speak.
Send me the coordinates.
Why do I get the impression that I'm not going to be alone? Hey! Crazy late night? Well, yeah, that's kind of my life lately, Steve. How you doing? But yeah, I work nights, so this is pretty normal for me to be up. I normally go to bed. What time is it? I normally go to bed in about 2 hours. Oh, Tyranids. Hi. Oh, do not want. I gotta remember to summon these guys sooner. Yeah.
Data dissection of the archives has been unsuccessful. All records of the vault have been deleted.
That only confirms my suspicion. Expunged records. Special lockdown on a world under Adeptus Mechanicus jurisdiction. This place has secrets that need to come to light.
I'm unable to follow your deductions.
I used to be an adept of the cult Mechanicus. I know how they operate. Call it a gut feeling.
Oh. But yeah, my one advice that I give to people going on the night shift is try to stay on the schedule as much as possible, because getting your body used to it is the best thing you can do.
The tenacity of these creatures is astonishing. According to the records, the Adeptus Mechanicus purged this world decades ago, and all they managed to do is to force them underground.
Yeah, it's again, since I work in an industry that does it a lot, I know a lot of the particularly younger people that I've worked with have a tendency to try to come off the night schedule on the weekends, and it never works well. Yeah, eventually, I always found, because in my previous job I used to switch between days and nights quite a bit, and I keep doing that. It's not actually what I intended to do. It's not a bad thing because I'm dropping a turret on the ground, but not necessarily placing it where it would be best used. And I always found that it took me usually a good couple of weeks to get too used to the schedule. And then when I went back to days, it would be a good couple of weeks going back. But, I don't mind it. I know a lot of people are really anti-night shift and stuff, but one of these days I'll remember. But, yeah, I don't really have a problem with a night shift. It just takes a little getting used to, and I've actually really enjoyed Martyr. This is my first time playing through.
Leaving resource of such magnitude on a quarantined planet is uncommon for the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Prophecy side of things.
According to my data excavations, the Fabricator General of Forge World Thule requested permission for reclamation in several times. The Inquisition denied the request repeatedly, without any formal explanation.
But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I played it more on the Xbox. This is my first kind of playthrough on PC. But it's a pretty good game. The storyline of Martyr is pretty interesting. Kill out my bots. And then of course it has, right now I'm in the priority mission, so I only have, I'm still somewhat technically in the tutorial. So I have limited mission options, but when you get to the main game, it's a little more, well, this is the gameplay, but it's a little more open in the missions that you can take, and actually intended to do that this time, but didn't need to. you can go off and do priority missions and get loot, and it's a standard ARPG style. Kill things to get loot, or kill things to get better armor, to kill more things. But you've got different classes. I was hoping for a chest down here. Get more loot. Haven't really gotten anything terribly. Oh, did get that. But yeah, the all weapons and such have different abilities on them. Yeah, manual camera control. It's basically a camera on right stick, movement on left stick. Well, if you use the keyboard, or sorry, if you use the controller, which I recommend. I find it plays better on the controller. I didn't really, well, I can't say that. I didn't really play with keyboard mouse too much. As I originally played it on the Xbox, so I fairly much went straight to controller. But like for certain classes like Psyker and Adeptus Mechanicus here, certain weapons, the last two slots there, that symbol means it's an empty slot. Yeah, probably very similar to that, actually. Yeah, so those empty slots are basically taken up by my ability to summon the other things that I'm summoning that are walking around with me and helping me. It's a cogitator.
Power has been restored. Now the entire facility is accessible. My next task is to find out how this sanctum was connected to the mysterious research of Uther Tiberius.
Reminder: Tyrannid life forms consume all biological material in order to reproduce.
Indeed. This is why I need to locate the main data vault to find clues.
Moral: steel abides longer than flesh.
Oh, hi guys. But yeah, I've been pretty happy with gameplay. Inquisitor Martyr is the, for lack of a better term, the base game, and that has 3 classes, which are the Crusader, the Assassin, and the Psyker. Prophecy added the Tech Adept. Leave me alone. I didn't need to summon that, but but they did a pretty good job of capturing.
Inquisitor, permission to log an observation.
Proceed.
The risk assessment mission triggered a warning.
Elaborate, operator.
You are currently engaging in a solitary operation against an extremely hostile bioform, without any tangible data as to the existence of any tech relics created by Tiberius.
My goal is to find proof here.
Warning: your quest for sacred knowledge is based on assumptions. It is endangering the safety of your flesh body.
Noted. Now leave me be, operator.
But they've done a pretty good job of getting the feel of the 40K universe, in my opinion. I will, to a certain degree, agree with some of the complaints that most of the enemies end up feeling a little samey. but to a certain degree, I find that true with most games. So I know my mission objective is a different direction. Oh no, it actually is this. In that case, where else? Because I'm looking for chests. I want more. Oh, I can't go that way. I can't go. Don't really have any choice at the moment. I think Prophecy also added some slightly longer mission bases. Haven't really used any of that, so don't need to do that. Most revered Tiberius, the prototype is complete. My Xenorite brothers and sisters initiated the upload rites and consecrated the remaining flesh casting for transportation. Subject has already manifested briefly in the control circuits. The code psalms and theological patterns you provided to our sanctum led to a major breakthrough. Your servant will deliver the prototype to the martyr while we respectfully dispose of the remains of subjects number 1.1 and number 42.3 and purge the relevant digital research tomes. Praise the Omnissiah.
Clue has been archived. Any annotations?
This sanctum belonged to the Xenorite sect of the cult Mechanicus, who specialize in Xenos artifacts. The ancient logs indicate that they were under the patronage of Uther Tiberius.
Observation. Direct connection with a cult Mechanicus sect and an excommunicated inquisitor might lead to political friction.
Irrelevant. Knowledge is the true manifestation of divinity, especially for an inquisitor.
Okay, can I go this way yet? Yes, I can. Shoot the Tyranids! I do wish they made what loot you got a little more obvious. But that's a minor. Medical supply I don't need, I haven't used any medical. You're gonna explode. The early missions are usually pretty easy. And they're giving me a lot of armor. I don't know if it's particularly great, but here, have a turret. Have another turret. Because I hit the wrong button. There's something over here. That's not an icon that I'm familiar with. Guessing this is something new for Prophecy. Override Cogitator.
Activation sounds initialized.
Chest. It depends on the mission. This particular mission is a Adeptus Mechanicus abandoned facility. But yeah, the tutorial for the other three classes is on the Martyr, which is a monastery fortress. So, but you do missions. Some missions are planet side, some missions are ship based, some missions are fortress based. So yeah, it depends on the mission. Okay, saying this way now. Did I get any loot that I can use? Executor Shard. That won't be useful to me for a while. Getting a lot of... And we'll upgrade to that. We're technically more... Let's give it a try. And eventually you unlock a portion of control that allows you to modify the look of your armor.
It was a late warning, Operator. The source is a zoanthrope, a monstrosity created to harness and manipulate the unholy powers of an aberrant but dangerous element.
Yeah, I see you. Red dots. Chest over there. Brothers and sisters, prepare for blessed deactivation. Sanctum Veneris 4 has survived various challenging time frames. I implore you to refer to entries number 95A and 1236T in your personal memory modules detailing our trials after the excommunication of Uther Tiberius. But we always continued our work, blessed by the machine god, under the protection of the Forge World Thule. But our vox pleas for assistance to Thule have remained unanswered. The Sanctum has evidently been reclassified as a wasteful facility, and we have been left to our own devices to face the new Tyrannid infestation of Kobold. To preserve our sacred research, I will close down the data vaults and initiate the area awards for all constructs possessing machine spirits. Execute Psalm 54.4, initiate combat protocols, die fighting for our sacred knowledge. Seal data vaults, arm turrets, activate self-destruction protocols for mechanical constructs. End.
Operator, I'm sending you a pit grab of a very unique apparatus.
Receive. Commencing analysis.
This must be connected to the Tiberius research.
Analysis failed. There is no match in the schematics library.
The core concept definitely suggests a uniquely modified neural upload mechanism. Remarkable. An incoming Vox message. How?
No logical explanation. The Sanctum has been defunct for centuries.
It was a rhetorical question, Operator.
Before I do that, let's go see if there's any good loot. Technically more damage. Gain hit points on kill is nice though. And I'll stick with it. I need to use my I need to use my mines and grenades more. You do have 2 weapon sets which have differing interesting. Don't have any. It's like I said, I enjoy it. It's yeah, the only thing that's different in a weapon set are the 4 slots down at the bottom. All the main equipment stays the same. Let's see if I... Definitely have a plant. Artificer class I am, so that's better even equipped, yes. Yeah, the level goes, if I'm remembering correctly, it goes blue, green, purple, orange. I haven't seen much in the way of orange. You also have the inoculator, which is your health regenerator. Which down in the lower left screen, where it's mentioning the right bumper, you have it shows your charges. You have your left trigger, which is your grenades and mines, and those have charges. Yeah, that's I noticed that they did that a little differently, and it confused me at first because I was like, but yeah, it's definitely blue than green with this, because blue is master crafted and green is rare. I don't know why they chose to do it that way. Like supply chests will give you grenades and minefields. Oh yeah, once I got used to it, it was fine. It was just when I first started doing stuff. Yeah, but supply chests will give you grenades or mines depending on what you have equipped. And health chests will give you more inoculator charges. Well, up to your maximum, which I'm currently maxed out because I haven't used any.
I bid you an efficient cycle, Inquisitor. I am Tybalt Vertex, Fabricator General of the Forge World, Thule.
I would like to greet you on behalf of the Holy Ordos. This conversation is rather unexpected.
I have been monitoring your actions since you reactivated the Reactorum. Accept my condolences on the loss of your retinue.
I find the compassion surprising for a tech priest of your status.
I take this remark as a compliment. Diplomacy is one of my high-priority mundane functions. But enough with the pleasantries, Inquisitor. We must talk about Uther Tiberius and his work.
This is highly classified information.
I am aware of that. If you could visit me on Station Zeta 11...
Yeah, no, exactly.
...for you.
I think pretty much went everywhere. Oh, nope. It's a chest back there. Looks like there's ways I didn't go. We must fix this. To get all the experience after all. Some credits there. Not that I need credits, but... Yeah, no, I've, of course, I do remember back in the days of Wild West when trolls were, very much not standardized, but, so I was happy for that, but yeah, no, it is kind of amazing that everybody's just kind of agreed on that color, color setup for the various rarities of gear. Dominantly. There is a PvP aspect to the game, but the game can be played completely without dealing with that aspect of it. Which I like. It also does have, it is also multiplayer co-op, so you could have a group of friends that were playing and joining you on your missions. I believe they have some bigger missions for those, but I have not delved into multiplayer. Expect that to be dead end. Expect this will be a dead end as well, but it is. Nothing here worth getting, but I am a completionist. I like to fully uncover maps. I haven't run into some of the other types of chests that I have on when I've played on the Xbox, but I don't know if I just haven't got to those missions or if they changed things on the PC side. Wish there was a sprint function, but no. Didn't mean to shoot that, but what's a little extra destruction? Oh wait, I don't need to go anywhere. Yeah, I've already completed the mission. I can just hit quit. It's actually a function of the game that I like, is that once you complete the mission, you can still go around the map, but once you're done, you can just tell it to quit. Level 3. Really? All I get for level 3 is a passive skill point? Level 4. I can now use digital weapons. I gain a point of logic and another passive skill point. So I have 2 passive skill points to spend. And I have completed the... Yeah, exactly. I'm usually pretty thorough when I go through the first time. An unspent skill point. 2 unspent skill points. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of the skill trees are locked. Some are unlocked just by leveling. Some are unlocked by doing things like opening gearboxes. Some are unlocked by completing missions without dying. And increase my movement speed. I don't really have any Malik constructs though. Ooh, right. I'll have my own ranged combat. Apples. The chance of the ranged kills. No, I'm trying to do all of it.
Inquisitor, how socially proactive of you to visit me.
Our world is devoted to cult mechanicus worship. The colossal, wheezing, clanking heart of industry in the Caligari sector, a giant repository of all technological knowledge, a planet covered in massive manufactoriums, volcanic furnaces, and skyscraping chimneys with vast industrial output and toxic gases saturating the atmosphere. You contacted me and promised me information.
A straightforward approach. Most commendable. I accessed the digital scrolls on your non-classified investigations and noticed the main object of your interest, and this was confirmed by your recent visit to the Sanctum.
What dominant
You are
interest are
actively
you referring
seeking
to?
tech relics of Uther Tiberius, the infamous Inquisitor excommunicated for potentially heretical studies. I have information that could significantly advance your pursuit. That sect was terminated a long time ago. I have more valuable information for you. The Martyr, the wandering fortress monastery of Uther Tiberius, long thought to be lost, has returned to the Caligari sector from the Immaterium. The problem is that the Martyr is currently under a highly classified inquisitorial investigation, which even I have no word on. Your credentials, on the other hand, would grant you access. I have the current coordinates of the ship.
How? You said it was a classified
I am the
investigation.
fabricated general of a forge world. I have my methods. I have an informant in the retinue of the Inquisitor in charge, stationed on the ship of a certain Captain Van Winter. We could both benefit from the Archaeotech secrets in that monastery.
I will accept your offer, fabricated general. The Martyr. Well, let's see how this goes. Murder is not a pleasant place.
Log this moment, operator. My search for the fabled monastery of Uther Tiberius is complete. We will tear it apart to find the secrets of a fallen Inquisitor.
Cursory analysis indicates that this modified Alpha-class vessel is barely functioning. Emotional outbursts are illogical and groundless.
Enough. Give me a status report instead.
Hull heavily damaged. Invocations of blessed recalibration obsolete. Environment unsafe due to several millennia spent in war.
The situation is suboptimal, but manageable.
Around for a second. I think so. Thanks. Hey. That's hot. Stop that.
The mindless brutality will be punished.
I'm about to die. Oh, right button. Pardon me, get some health back. Up here. That was painful, but I didn't die. Room on the other side of that door. Where I came in from. Got me closed down to one area. Nothing in there, wrist.
This area is currently inaccessible. I will need to find a cogitator to override the local door settings.
Activation sounds initialized.
I'm detecting approaching
is the-
forces, probably hostile.
You think? Yes.
The decks are swarming with wretched creatures. They must be the descendants of the original crew, twisted beyond recognition by the ruinous powers.
Caution. Extreme purgation protocols advised.
Extreme purgation. Oh, hello. Guessing the other way as well. I have a
Another
turret.
chaos ambush. This cannot be a coincidence.
You're good. I mean, it's not, but could be. Let me guess.
Activation sounds initialized.
The machine spirit is opening and closing gates to divert the hordes towards me. Clever anti-intruder system.
Auger readings show a considerable number of hostiles.
Irrelevant. I am an Inquisitor of the Holy Orders. Identify yourself.
Our true name is Blessed Binary Code, an arcane hexadecimal chant. But you can call us the Machine Spirit of Martyr.
You are a tech heresy. You are an AI.
Your assessment is logical, but wrong. We are the purest form of the digital apotheosis, created by the will of the Holy Orders, the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Uther Tiberius was thrice judged as a heretic. I am here to examine, catalogue, and judge his tainted heritage.
Regrettably, we must refer you to our directive AFA 21A, subsection 43, outlining the protection protocols concerning the confidential research program of the Martyr. Summary: leave immediately or risk the consequences.
The conversation with the machine spirit was like nothing I have ever experienced.
Disable sarcasm. This was not an ordinary machine spirit.
Was it an abominable intelligence?
No, it was something else. I've analyzed the Noosphere Extreme, and I'm certain of it.
Speculation. It could be the tech relic you seek.
A unique machine spirit with enhanced cognitive functions is a treasure that can make all the races worthwhile.
If it doesn't terminate you first.
Fall down a gun turret on their heads and it doesn't hurt them. Wrong button.
Operator, did you access the heart of Noosphere? I need a preliminary evaluation.
Catastrophe on the water before the ship entered the warp for the last with major experiments going wrong.
Makes sense. Uther Tiberius was an excommunicated inquisitor who notoriously dabbled in medical research, which is also the reason I'm here.
Oh, that's right. It's a heat-based weapon, not a based weapon.
The several millennia in the warp brought havoc to this once blessed monastery. It must be cleansed.
Stop. It's a dead end. Medium curve. Mr. Craft. Brawl, no.
I need to perform the override incantations to enter the local cogitator network. Otherwise, these doors will remain closed.
You guys find that. Good dropping armor like candy.
I'm attempting to placate this ancient machine.
And cut. Anything useful in here? Oh, medical supplies. I did actually have to use some of that, so. Immediate vicinity to go. Hi. Stop shooting. Can't even see. Please. Okay. What's this gonna do? Fabricating Loxium Eoxon. As a Grand Inquisitor of the Holy Orders, I would prefer direct communication with the Fabricator General. I'm well aware of the recent events on Holy Terra, but certain formalities should be respected even in such turbulent times. On more pressing matters, your test results have been confirmed. The hypothesis unit proved to be functional and stable. The flaws of the early prototypes have been resolved. Conditioning of the final subject is in progress. I hope the calculations of your tech priests were correct. Fusion of the machine spirit and the human essence is a miracle to behold, and even the upstart self-righteous fools like Sebastian Thor must accept the wisdom in our ways. Still, this technological marvel still requires testing and is quite crude in many aspects. Therefore, I expect you to continue the experiments on Cobalt. I deleted the relevant logs and references from the Inquisitorial archives. Can't talk. The research vault is safe for my brothers and sisters. I must withdraw until the flames of this pointless civil war are extinguished. I will contact you when the time is right. Any attempt to locate the martyr will be judged as an act of treason. Note, I am grateful for the idea to use a pariah as the apotheosis subject. This will grant an extra layer of protection against the ruinous powers.
This is extraordinary. I found what I was looking for. The blessed fusion of man and machine. Now I know the secret of Uther Tiberius. By sacred digital apotheosis and uploading rituals, a penitent soul became one with the machine spirit. It was not the creation of a sentient intelligence. It is the tech relic I was seeking. Operator, I need the location of a certain apotheosis chamber.
Accessing the blueprints now.
Whatever that place it is, it must be the very soul of this ship, and the answer to all my questions.
Warning. Warp anomaly detected in the vicinity of the martyr. Unidentified large void craft emerging from the immaterium.
Splendid. Keep me updated. Machine spirit has changed tactics. Destroy Destroying these ancient machines feels like sacrilege. Operator, initiate canticles of penitence to the machine god.
Okay, this is in, but I can. Okay, that makes sense now. Inoculator. Oh, that was a waste. Oh well. These things happen. Another door that I couldn't go through.
Decontamination protocol has been initiated. Logically, it must be another attempt to hinder my progress.
Security door. Blow it up. If I can blow up in the other doors, why the door opens instead of blowing up, I can't tell you.
The chamber I'm trying to breach is protected by void shields. I must deactivate all of them before I can teleport in. Have been deactivated. I can return to the teleportarium platform.
But there's a chest here. Ooh, it's a glowy chest.
Indicate that the Voidcraft is a Chaos vessel. A Nurgle cruiser is approaching the Martyr and has launched several boarding vessels.
I need to return to the ship.
Negative. Strong Imperial distortion fields detected. Chance of successful return is estimated low.
Understood. Any ideas?
Suggestion. Allow me to calculate the most optimal vectors and use this ship to breach the Chaos Cruiser. The impact will be sufficient to blow up the reactors, destroying the hostile vessel and cutting off the reinforcements.
What are you saying? I deal with the invaders, then get stranded on the Martyr?
That is the most optimal outcome.
Permission granted, operator. Strike down the enemies of mankind.
I will trade my faithful servitude for blessed oblivion. For the Emperor.
Oh, the Emperor. The weapons. Anybody else want some?
Entering the apotheosis chamber now.
Pickaxe. Unlocked the perk utility harness and a passive skill. Heroic deed completed. Unmarred corpus. Complete missions without taking melee damage. Tech adept only. This one mind link. Unspent skill points. Give my construct some more range damage. Just build. What's the skill on that? Okay, so it's just a buff. Okay, this should be the last mission of the quote-unquote tutorial. And we will call it a night after that.
Your wish has been finally fulfilled, Operator. A glorious end as the weapon of the Emperor. Your service was noted. Reverting to audio log. New entry. I'm stranded on the Martyr. The loss of the valuable research stored in the information canisters of my ship is irrecoverable, but the discovery of this fabled derelict could make even that worthwhile. My first encounter with a unique machine spirit was far from peaceful. Still, the presence of the Chaos Invaders on this traveling fortress monastery could make us allies. The Martyr is under attack by the forces of Nurgle, and I want to know why. I need to find a terminal to make contact with the machine spirit again.
New investigation. The mystery of the martyr. Oh, yes. Right, the cogitator.
That sounded like this
Van Winter.
message. Either someone is trying to communicate with me, or my Vox receiver is picking up static interference.
Doo-doo-doo. You guys have fun with that. I'll go play with these guys. Here. Come on, we're in a fortress monastery of the Inquisition. Some supplies, but I'm full up on supplies. I don't really need supplies. Obviously, I should use supplies. Is there another way? That way. I think it's probably just another dead end. Credits over here. And there's blue. An identified blueprint. Wow. Never found one of those before. Which makes me wonder if it was something that was added with prophecy.
An Inquisitor! What a precious gift for the Prophet of the
The Corpse Emperor has unleashed his dog on us!
Alert the Prophet now!
Already been tainted by the filth of Nurgle, but these traitor marines are far more dangerous. I shall purge this place with sacred machines and extreme prejudice.
Waste.
I'm attempting to placate this ancient machine. Initiating energy countercore.
There's the Heritic. Level 6. Do-do-do-do.
I'm attempting to placate this ancient machine.
Shooting. Oh, very nice. Cultist behind a closed door. I have to do. Did it. Guessing what I have to do over here is open the door.
Requesting digital audience with the machine spirit of the martyr.
We have free access to your implants. Continue.
I suggest some adjustments to your defense protocols. Prolonging our mutual feud seems counterproductive. I propose cooperation against the invaders.
A logical conclusion. The Eutherian theorem must be protected at all cost.
How shall we proceed?
A significant hostile force is moving against the Apotheosis Chamber. The security of that facility is critical.
Enload the coordinates.
Thank you for giving me the coordinates for the room that I was trying to find.
Of the martyr. I'm afraid there have been some developments.
Another boarding party. They are using inquisitorial encryption, but the Vox stream is distorted. The warp disturbances are probably scrambling their communications. Anything to add, Machine Spirit?
Your assessment is correct. An Inquisitor is indeed boarding the martyr.
That's a strangely vague statement.
The mission of said agent is unrelated to your investigation, and your presence here is unknown to any Imperial affiliates other than us.
You sound like you know this person.
We gained extensive knowledge regarding the mission of this Inquisitor during the agent's first visit to the martyr.
And you neglected to mention this fact to me.
This information was unrelated to your mission. Therefore, it was categorized as low priority. Also, we must warn you that another wave of enemy forces is approaching.
New clue. It's just the. No problem, Steve. Have a good one. Get some rest. I'll be heading that way myself shortly.
Accessing the sacred mechanism now.
Let's fight my turret. Yes, I understand. I have to wait for my weapon to cool.
You do speak their language. 99.2% of the Empyrean seals have been corrupted by the plague-infested scum. You realize it leaves a much easier task. Kill that prophet. Then get to the chamber for the Emperor.
I've tried everything to establish connection with my fellow Inquisitor, but due to the ever-increasing warp fluctuations, I can only hear fragments of their conversation. Whatever the agent is doing here, the readings are troubling. Something is happening on this ship.
Yes, it is. Chest. Check. Stun mines. door.
Accessing the sacred mechanism now. Activation sounds initialized.
This looks like the place where there's going to be a big fight.
You have reached the Apotheosis Chamber. This is the shrine of digital martyrdom that you must protect. Otherwise, the Ethereum theorem cannot be upheld.
I will require access to the chamber and Uther's tech relics to complete my investigation.
Your main objective is to defend the chamber at the moment. Your request is irrelevant to the situation.
Wave complete. Name the pattern of the.
Pit feed initiated. This is an enormous discovery. The culmination of my investigation of the tech relic of Uther Tiberius. Here I have the sacred pattern that contains the secret of the improved communion between man and machine. The creation of a spirit with enhanced cognitive abilities. The work of a true genius.
Morality choice. Technology used here is controversial, however, such a miracle could not be wasted through a rash decision. We'll download the pattern to be studied by the Fabricator General. Puritan decision, of course, is to technology using the clear and damning sign of technology cannot be allowed to exist. No.
This miraculous union needs to be studied and replicated.
Stored demonic essence will be released. Colossal amount of warp energy in the stasis chamber.
I don't know what is happening with my fellow Inquisitor, but that Vox message sounded dire.
Correct. This agent has made a significant contribution to the preservation of the Alpha subject. The survival of the Alpha subject is paramount.
I require access to the dossier on this Alpha subject.
We cannot comply. You must leave the March immediately. We are initiating a warp jump, and the Gela shields on this subdeck have been compromised. Therefore, there is a 99.7% chance of your instant termination.
In the name of the Holy Inquisition, I command you to stop this protocol.
The Ethereum theorem must be protected at all costs. This task cannot be underwritten. You must leave.
Must leave immediately.
Reminder, I don't have a ship.
Your objection is stale. We have already transferred the coordinates to the teleportarium of the Inquisitorial ship. You may find your answers there.
Fine. Be that way.
Log entry. I'm placing a grade Kappa immaterial burst transmitter on the subdeck, which will help me locate the martyr later. I'm leaving the monastery now and try to establish connection with the other retinue. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects. I'm wondering if that is the end. We'll have to play through the Martyr timeline, the Martyr storyline, and find out. But not tonight. As I said, we will be calling it here once this is finished, and I'm going to bed. Secret found and lost. Unlocked item type stun grenade. I can now use stun grenades. I can now use the stun grenades that I looted earlier. Unlocked skill tree benedictions of omniscience. So I can enhance the defensive abilities of mine. And a passive skill point. Also unlocked 7, which gives me Radium Carbine Alpha. And another passive skill point. Electrician Advocate. Play dots. Order gunnery perk unlocked. +1 logic. Nope, there is still another. We're done for the night. We're gonna call it here. Spend skill points. Hit points, 2% damage reduction, 10% damage, 10% hit points, yeah. 5% hit points and 2% damage reduction. To increase their defense. So we are going to call it a night. Thank you all for coming in. I do appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed our time going through Prophecy. Again, next time we play, I will go through regular. I actually want to do the murder storyline before getting into this, but if I'd realized that doing the tech to start this, but this is interesting, and I am enjoying it. So, but we will we'll go back to. I'll probably start an assassin. We'll we'll figure it out next time. Until then, stay positive and keep smiling. We will see you next time on The Guy with a Smile. Have a great day, everyone.